Hello everybody. My name is Wadi the Crypto Hunter, and this camera is way too zoomed in. Give me a second. I am sorry. I am actually running a little bit late, and the background looks horrible. Yeah, today I'm definitely made a mess, but it's all right. Everybody has a off day here and there. Let me see, Leah, away from the camera, please.
Leah, get off the camera now. I am. Get over here. I am. I'm giving you 5 seconds. Five.
All right.
4.
And
Three,
let me get our guest over here.
No. Stay out of the
Amber.
camera. Don't
Amber.
walk in the room.
Take a joke, Bill. Okay?
No, because she knows better. She knows the reasons I became.
Yeah, but I am live, so take a joke, Bill. All right, guys. I am so sorry for everything. Let me send the link to my guest. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Yep, I am a mess today. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see who is in here. I see DNA Dimension. What's going on, brother? Tim in the house. Fan in the house. Thank you. Just give me a second while I correct this camera issue. Um, and also while I wait for my guests. So let me see, 90-foot view. How is that there? Much better. All right. All right, Tim Shane. Hey, hi. Hi, Fan. Hi, Tim. Asking where's Wadi. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me put up the screen. Racket Club in the house. What's going on, bro? Queen in the house. That guy. What's good, brother? I'm good, Tim. Yourself? Yeah, today I kind of, usually I'm over here on time, but today I kind of was all over the place, and yeah. But I'm finally here. Just give me a second. Let me make sure I remind the person that I am live. All right. So I just got my answer. In the meantime, he stops by. Let me just share my screen. Much love to everyone and Bilbo. Yeah, that I don't know, man. That that whole Bilbo situation had me a little messed up last night. Um, but anyways, how is everybody doing? What's going on? What are you guys up to? It is crazy that Bitcoin today actually started dropping again, but then again, that doesn't really surprise me much because I said it until I don't see the moving average getting closer. I am not going to count this as that we are back in the bull market. That's just my opinion. So let me share my screen. Window share. All right. Now you guys can see that here. And I just exited out of where I was. All right. Yeah, I definitely silver euro. Nice. There you go. BTC. All right. So what I could do, what I can say here is that the fact that it touched right here, which is around a support, and it started going back up. But right now, it's currently fighting with the resistance right here on this moving average. So, can we get any higher? Is the big question. According to the indicator right here, it is showing that yes, it is possible because it has been on the oversold area for a good minute, and this is on the weekly chart. So all the way until September, more or less, we might be able to see a little rally towards the upside, a relief rally as I call it. Hey, what up, Doc Hunt? What up, Wally? Love your face off, bro. Likewise, bro. How are you? So in the 4 hour chart, which is in the immediate short term, it actually looks like it is trying to come back down because of the fact the RSI is way too oversold. It went down a bit. Now we're over here. It cooled down. Let's see what happens next. I really don't see like a fair amount of volume to actually pump it back up, but it's not looking that bad either. This is the moving average that I said is way too far. In order for me to start thinking, well, there's a bull run coming. In my opinion, really don't think that just yet. And that is also why I invited the guest tonight, where he has just as much knowledge as I do. And we're going to be talking about the market in general. Tim Shez says, hey, Doug, I'm good, struggling in the heat, but surviving barely. Hey, bro, you think it, I mean, I don't know where you're located at right now, but Yes, it is extremely hot. Like even today,
You don't even go outside today.
I don't need to go outside. And you, Missy, need to mind your business because I am live. Well, my daughter says hello. Take care, everybody. Um, let me see. A 10. So pretty much, just want to know what is everyone up to? How is your day going? How was your Saturday so far? And what do you do other than suffer from the extreme heat? Because um, I do see a support. Let me see. I'm just gonna go to the next lowest part. I mean, I see more support higher than that, but let's just put it right here since it touched a couple of times and it bounced. So it touched there once, it bounced, it touched again, it bounced. This is the third touch and it bounced. So it looks like it is actually trying to go back up. Wally, how's your eyes? Bro, much better. As you can see, I mean, I just got natural bags and I don't really sleep that much at times. But other than that, it's great. So it turns out that I actually have had pink eye, and yeah, they gave me some drops, made it all better. What I work today and been trying to unwind and cool off since I got you, Tim. I mean, it is really hot even right now. I should be blasting the AC, but at times, man, I don't know. I haven't left my bedroom where I have an AC blowing directly on me. If I get too hot, I have a seizure. Oh, bro, wow. That really sucks, man. Sorry to hear that. Buddy, have you ever tried that 3S Eve or 3S Bitcoin on Google? Yes, actually. So the way that works is 3S or 3L. It's three. You're basically doing the leverage trading, but on a safer level. So the 3S means short. The 3L means that you're longing. So you will get three times what you put in. And I mean, as far as money wise, and you will get three times the if you short it. So when you go on 3L, basically it means that you're bullish on it. So what you would do is you put $1,000 in 3L, not financial advice by the way, but I'm just saying. Next thing you know, you get three times what that token goes up. The downside to it, if it goes down, you're gonna lose three times just as much. So the 3L is when the market is going up. The 3S is when the market is going down. Hey, what up, Steve? What's going on, bro? All right. So in the meantime, let me look up some crypto news, see what's going on in the world of crypto. Coin. I have been wanting to try a short in, so I bought some 3S ETH and 3S Bitcoin. Thought it would be safer. I totally agree with you, Tim. And actually, I've been thinking about doing the same thing, but I'm thinking also Bitcoin is safer and ETH is safer. But the one that I want to do 3S on will be like ADA, just because the return is a little bigger, or even ApeCoin. So those are some options. All right. So the news today, let's see. Uh, so according to this, we gotta keep an eye on ApeCoin in July, but July is almost over. So we see the latest news update. Okay, well, I'm allowed this. No thanks. Up. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce the developer of Baby Hop, also known as Andrew. What's going on, bro?
What's up, man? Sorry, I had a little my kid, man. You know it's unpredictable.
Oh no, 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 no. Trust me, man. I have kids, so I know exactly what you mean, bro.
Two.
How's everybody doing
Think
today?
about that was a good idea. What happened?
I said, how's everybody doing today?
Well, I'm good, man. I hope everybody in the chat is good too. I mean, it has been a very hot day, but other than that, just chilling. How about you? How's your day?
Not bad, not bad. Work was a little crazy, but pushed through it.
Got you. Tim Shea says, "Hey Andrew."
What's up, bud? Yo, do you see Ethereum today?
Yeah,
Holding like 17, like no problem.
yeah. I was looking at it, bro. I mean, let me see if I can actually pull up the chart. Well, DNA just sent you a threat, bro. Now I'm playing. He says, "Tutu Bawadi, he's a real one." So let me see here. Now, Andrew, what are your thoughts on the Bitcoin pump, bro?
I was actually so there's a smoke shop down the street from me, um, and I'm really close with the owner, and he's really into crypto too.
Yeah,
Um, and we had a strong disagreement today. I think this is a trap. And you and I were talking about this the other day. Um, it's for what's going on in the whole crypto world with uncertainty and regulation and everything like that. For it to pump the way it's pumping right now, I think is textbook of a bear trap. And the volume kind of shows that, you see these price hikes with not a
yeah,
lot of volume. And that just tells me that there's people making entry. There's people that are going to swing trade this right now and take advantage of the volatility, like anything. When there's volume in it, there's those day traders and those swing traders that leverage that. And I think we're going to experience that. I was talking with another person today that, and I don't believe these numbers, but he said that there's a couple technical analysis people that use algorithms and all this,
Yeah.
and they're projecting Bitcoin to go to like the math, per these algorithms is projecting Bitcoin to 600, and I do not see that. I
Nah.
think there's enough. I think there's enough lost wallets with Bitcoin, like dead wallets that are lost, have not been interacted with in years. I think there's enough of those to maintain a floor of much higher than that. You know what I mean? But I think it's going to go down. I firmly think it's going to go down, and it's going to go down a decent amount. You know, it's not the time yet.
Yeah.
it's,
No, and I
it's not.
and I agree with you 100% because honestly speaking, like I was even saying that myself. I've been saying it for a good while that the market it's not gonna come back to where everybody thinks is going. This little relief rally, as you call it, that's all it is. And even today, I was also speaking to a friend of mine that he's also a YouTuber, and he said the same thing. His
Yeah,
dad is
it's
also big into the crypto market and everything, and we all agree in the same thing. This is a bull trap, and whoever falls for it is in for a world of hurt, pretty much. Kendrick in the house, what's going on, bro? Let's go. Even Kendrick says definitely a bull trap. I agree with you 100%.
But you know what?
See,
So
and this,
this is what I think. Acknowledging that, understanding that this is a bull trap. So if you could do some decent technical analysis, and understand, and you and I talked about this. If you could understand how to use stochastic RSI, MACD, and your regular volume, pretty exactly what you got up there. I think you're just missing, well, the
yeah,
volume charts, everything
yeah.
like that.
Let me,
If you can understand how to read those charts, um, you can leverage a bull trap, a bear trap. It's just it's understanding what's going on in the markets,
yeah,
know what these market conditions produce, and take advantage of it. You know what I mean? If you're educated enough to do that, you know what I mean? So it takes work, and you're gonna have to stay on top of it as you are with any trade you do. You know what I mean? But there's money to be made, dude. Take leverage volatility. I love volatility because it goes up, it goes down pretty quick. You can make a few bucks, and the name of the game right now in a market like this is get as many of the tokens that you're bullish on as possible. And the only way to do that is to it's swing trading in time like this. So I swing trade Cardano regularly, a couple times a week. I'm in and out a couple times a week, but that's how I keep getting more and more tokens of Cardano because I'm bullish on it. So I want to accumulate, and that's exactly what I'm doing. And I'm doing it without investing my own money, and I'm trading it, buying low, sell high. That's the that's the name of the game.
yeah, yeah,
So it's understand the market conditions, understand how to use indicators, and make money, man. Because there's money to be made even in a bull market, in a bearish market. You don't people
see,
don't only make money in a bull run.
yeah. I mean, if you really look at it, like I kind of learned that a bit a while back, but I just don't feel comfortable doing it. But you could make money either way, especially if you're like doing
Hmm.
futures trading and stuff. Now, the reason why I don't feel comfortable doing it is because obviously I feel futures trading is more manipulated than the regular spots trading.
I
So,
agree.
yeah, so it's something like, okay, the minute that you hit a certain amount of, let's say, everybody shorts and there's like 1 million or $3 million, and I feel like the exchange just look at it and say, hmm, this is the time to liquidate everybody, and then they manipulate the market in order for it to go up, and a lot of people lose their money. That's one of the reasons why, I'm not really a fan of doing leverage trading.
Hmm.
Now, if you go into getting into a market, let's say, for example, just by looking at this right here, this would have been your first entry, an example right about here. Or you could just, and you swing all the way to up here. Now, here we go again. You wait until it goes down here, and then you swing it right back here. I feel like that's the only strategy that could work for you to make money in this bear market.
But
Now,
but
even
but I feel like when you're swing trading, MACD and RSI really aren't going to be the I mean, they're good to have as well, but there's a lot more that can help you. You know what I mean? There's a whole lot more that can help you, like moving averages and stuff like that. All of those. There's different indicators for different things. I'm not going to go over all of them right now because there's a gazillion of them, but
yeah,
there's a lot of different indicators for the style of investing you're doing. So it's understanding, dude. It's all about education, and the only way you learn things like this, there's no school. You know what I mean? There's no school for crypto yet. There's school for if you want to be a financial advisor and understand charts, but also too, um, I I I traded stocks before I started trading crypto, and charting stocks is much, 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 much different than charting crypto.
yeah,
You got to understand the space that you're in, man. It's not the same at all.
yeah. I mean, and going back to what you were saying as far as the MACD, like, look at this part right here. What does that MACD tells you?
It's overbought.
No, not only that, like, it's overbought, but it's also letting you know because it's wide open.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's letting you know it's about to come down.
Yeah,
But see, regardless of if those bands, if those Bollinger Bands cross, regardless, you know that you're starting to see a sell off begin. They're good to use. Those are good baselines, and like I always say, you'll never be able to predict the market. All you could do is get the best insight and do the best technical analysis as possible, and hopefully you maintain a good entry point. But you'll never be able to guess the bottom. Sometimes you get lucky and you catch it, but it's hard, man. You know, it's it's hard to it's hard to catch the bottom, and
yeah,
that's why a lot of people like the dollar down cost average, where you're trying to chase that bottom. But I've also seen a lot of people lose their ass, you know, using the DCA method, where they're just chasing the bottom, chasing the bottom, chasing the bottom, and you run out of money, and that bottom wasn't set yet, and it goes down another 50%, and you're,
and you
it
lose
hurts.
more money. Yeah.
Yeah, it hurts. So you got to be smart with it, man. You gotta be smart.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. Like me, I mean, I don't know if it's stupid or smart, but instead of me doing the DCA play, I just wait until it finished dropping. The minute that I see that it finished dropping, that's when I say, you know what? Okay, maybe I could go in now.
Hmm.
But other than that, I'm not such a big fan of let's say an example, just DCA all the way to the bottom, because in reality you don't know when is it going to touch the bottom. Like for
Hmm.
example, they
But
even
but
have,
but the same thing could go with your strategy. So at the end of the day, we'll never know
yeah,
when the bottom is. But I feel personally that using the DCA method, at least you will maintain entries at lower points.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So let's say you have $10,000 you're ready to invest. Um, so you put, and we'll use Ethereum right now.
Okay.
And I am we'll go on a 4 hour chart.
I mean, you want to share your screen? I'll let you
I,
do it.
I'm on my phone, so doing
Oh,
that's going to
okay,
be
okay.
like impossible. Yeah, because if I have my HDMI cord into my PC, it like makes it act all retarded. But so if you go like to the 4 hour chart, and we'll go to the 18th of June.
Okay, hold on. 4 hour chart. The 18th of June.
Hmm. We'll go to 1600 hours. What's your timing?
Uh, yeah, 1600 hours.
All right, so we saw a green candle starting to get painted at the 883, 881.53. We saw a green candle start to get painted. Um, I would see I would see the indicators. You know what I mean? I'd recognize the indicators and know that a reversal is starting to happen. You know what I mean? So I'd buy at that. I would purchase some at that low. I'd see it start to go up, whatever. Now now my emotion's going to tell me, yeah, I'm in a bull run, right?
Yeah,
And we keep climbing up, and then we hit a on the 27th of July, 26th, 27th, within those days, we see another dip, and the MACD and the RSI are telling us that that's going to happen. Look how low the MACD goes. You know what I mean? It goes way below 15. You know what I mean? And when it goes below 15 for me is when I start looking into this below 20. That's when I start looking. It starts triggering my mind to pay attention. And it did just that. It took a little fall. The indicators are all doing their thing, telling us that this price is going. The token's getting buying pressure. It has buying pressure behind it,
yeah.
and it did exactly that. And it's maintained a $1,700 price for 2, 3 days, which is impressive in today's markets. So that's why I like dollar down cost averaging, because it gives you consistent entry points, because I believe you can't time the market and trying to catch that bottom. So if you do your whole investment at I'm just saying, if you do your whole investment, you're risking that whole investment because you're uncertain if the floor is there.
Yeah,
I'd rather not put all my eggs in one basket and spread my investment out and do the best I can to catch, the drops, and that I feel like I get a better entry point with that strategy.
see, one of my strategy will be this one that you're seeing right here. Like you see an example right here, right? It got rejected, it found support, and then it started going up. Now, I wouldn't go on this candle or any of these two. My entry point would be right here when I see that it passed the other two moving average. Why? Because at that point, Ethereum is at 1,478. But look how much you gain by the time Ethereum goes to 1,732.
Yeah. And not for nothing, you're not the only one thinking that, because look at the massive volume candles that are being painted. You know what I mean? Look at all that volume where
Yeah.
those price hikes go. You know what I mean? So as soon as those indicators happened, as soon as um, that higher high or the lower low, once the lower low was beat and we saw buying pressure, everybody was like, all right, this is the time to jump. And they jumped because it's showing you that right there. You know, a lot of people started buying in. But I'm curious when FOMO starts. You know, when is this? So I think a lot of people are aware that this may be a bear trap. So, but there's also a lot of people that don't. You know what I mean? The guy that I spoke with today, he's convinced that this is the bull run. Convinced. You can't tell him any wrong.
Eh,
You cannot argue with him. So there's plenty of people like that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people like that. So when is the FOMO going to hit? Because when that hits is when these indicators start going crazy. And there's a lot of people that don't trade physically and that trade with bots that are programmed off algorithm. And when those algorithms start getting, you know, when they meet their mandatory requirements for these algorithms to engage in trading, the shit goes crazy. You know what I mean? And that's why you see so much volume in one ticker, you know, one candle, because there's a lot of bots that trade crypto. It's not all people. There's a lot of bots that trade crypto. Um,
yeah.
that's where you see a lot of this shit coming from, and that's why it paints so green so quickly. Is because there's a lot of algorithmic bots that are trading these tokens as well.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is also like, for example, let's just talk about this scenario right here. You don't see the buying pressure in the candles anymore. You see
Mm-hmm.
them getting weaker and weaker and weaker, right?
Mm-hmm.
And over
Mm-hmm.
here, it did another little fake out, as I call them, and then boom, right back to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I'm getting from here is that obviously it should start dropping again. The question is, would it drop all the way to the 16, the 1,600, let's say 1,610, or would it hold right here? Would it use this moving average as a support? The other thing is, according to this right here, there's another support right on this area. Hold on. Right about here. Well, let's just round it up, right? Let me see. That's the reason why I don't. Right here, right? The well, it coming kind of goes back to the same area. So this is showing support, and the moving average is showing as some type of support. But in general, when you look over here, this is just screaming, I want to drop some more. And when you look over here, it's screaming, I'm ready to drop some more. So those are things that I feel like some people let it go past them and they don't really see it. But more importantly, look how low the volume is getting right here.
Mm-hmm. But the scary thing is, see that's accept. You know what I mean? That's understandable. No volume, the price is going to stay the same. Which way is the volume going to come from? Which way is that going to come from? Because normally, when you see crypto go sideways, people start taking profits because it's not moving, and nobody makes money when things don't move. So from my experience, all right, let's go right back to the 18th, right? The 18th to the 24th.
The 18, that's the 17, 18, 24.
Mm-hmm.
Crap. I believe this is it, but I hate this because my arm shakes too much at times. Hold on. This is already the 19th. All right, so here I got 1820.
So we see that we have a lot of support at like the 1480, 1500
Yeah,
price, right?
right. Yeah.
And we're seeing a lot of consistent resistance at the 16. I'd say let's use even numbers, 1600, right?
Okay.
We traded sideways from the 18th to the 24th, and normally, like I said, when you go sideways for almost a week, you're going to see people take profits because the uncertainty kicks in. Which way is this going to go? And you want to play it safe because most of these people probably bought in, to swing trade. They bought in around the 12th or somewhere near there because we were at a pretty nice low. I'd say between the 15th of June and the 12th of July. Between
Okay.
that, during that month, I feel like a lot of people, bought in. We were at a decent, pretty low price, and they saw that it was going sideways. Hold on a second. I gotta switch my AirPod because it's just
All
that.
right. Hey, what is going on, John? How are you, bro?
All right, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
But yeah, so it went sideways, and the uncertainty kicks in. Which way is this going to go? A lot of people want to play it safe and say, all right, I'm going to take some money right now. And people did just that. The price went down a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
maintained some, we hit our support line, 1360. And then it went back up. It's up to that 1694, 1700 where we're at now. So I don't like sideways. I don't like sideways at all. It's safe, but how long is that safe for? You know what I mean? We're cushioned for a little while, but eventually something's going to happen. And most of the time, when things go sideways, without massive catalyst or sediment, it goes down. And we got nothing right now. To be honest, we have nothing going on right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
we got. This is what we got going on. We got China trying to take everybody's money or not allow people to take their money from the banks. We have the feds trying to regulate cryptocurrency and trying to find out how they can fuck this up as good as possible for the little guy, us. You know what I mean? Because when you have federal regulation and SEC and institutional investors, they run this game. You know what I mean? And alls we are we're picking up scraps at that point. You know what I mean? Because it's not. I don't have the money to keep up with an institutional investor. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
nobody compared to that. So I'm over here trying to pick up the scraps that they're leaving off for us when that time comes. So it's a scary place we're in right now, man. And the feds are going to get a good entry point. These institutional investors are going to get a good entry point. They've been doing this a lot longer than we have, and they're really good at it. They don't lose. So be part of them winning and understand what's going on in these markets right now, because this is going to go down, dude. You think I'm going to use an institution, and I'm saying it, I don't favor them at all, but Citadel. You think Citadel's going to buy Ethereum at $1,700 when they know not even a month ago it was down to $1,000 or lower?
Exactly.
Absolutely not. They're going to do everything in their power, and they got the money to do it. You know what I mean? Because to paint a chart and manipulate a chart is easy to do when you got money. So they're going to paint this red. They're going to do a ton of little buys and then a whole lot of little sells. They're going to do a couple big buys and then they're going to do a whole lot of little sells. And that's going to paint the picture of a shit chart. You're going to see a whole lot of red because there are so many sell transactions in the order book that's what happens. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Understand this shit. Understand what's going on. Understanding the charts is one thing, but knowing what's going on crypto news wise is you're going to be able to put everything together. You know what I mean? It's a massive puzzle. It's a huge jigsaw puzzle, and we're just trying to put this shit together from one corner to the other.
Yeah. Hold on, let me just Awesome Austin, what's up, bro? Appreciate you being here. He says, I took some money and bought some BNB. Everybody's saying hello, Austin, John. Hey, Austin, what up, Tim Shea? Hey, and Awesome Austin said, guaranteed they already bought some 5 years ago. So many institutions are in on this and no one knows.
100%. Yo, I want to talk about this real quick too. Can you pull up Uniswap?
Huh?
Pull up Uniswap.
Uniswap, sure. And I was just gonna say, according to the Heikenhachi candle, which is another one of the indicators that I like looking at from time to time. Yes, apparently it is bullish, but let's see until how long. So that's one thing that I noticed here. I don't know if you know how to read the Heikenhachi candle, but it goes red, 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 and supposedly the indication that the market might turn around is when it goes green. So according to this here, the MACD, even with the cross, you could tell that there's not even enough buying power right here for it to actually take a nice swing towards the upside. So I just wanted to point that out real quick. Let me go to Uniswap, right?
Yeah. And please, none of this is financial advice at all. I ain't shit. I just run a project.
No, I mean, usually I already have that as a disclaimer, so don't worry about that. And I even have the banner.
No, I wasn't telling you. You don't have to go on the website. I was telling you on the chart. On the chart.
But what?
Like on what were you were just on? I don't know if you have Trading View or what. What do you use?
I'm using investing.
All right, yeah, just pull up Uniswap on the chart.
Really? They have that?
Yeah, there's a token.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're talking about the Uniswap coin.
Yeah. I think it's literally Uniswap.
No, I know it's Uni, but there's also so many Uni over here that you don't know which one is which.
Yeah.
Uniswap US dollar. Let's go. All right, here we go.
All right. Let's go to July.
All right. Hold on, let me just make sure I get the chart properly. Chart. All right. And where you want to go to?
Let's go to like July, the beginning of July.
All right. So let's do a weekly. That's June. Okay, this is already in July. Right here. Do you want me to look at a specific time?
let's go June, July.
Because then I will have to do like the day you
Well,
start.
generally, I'm just talking about the month of June, month of July. So we were at a $4, 460 we maintained, you know what I mean? Do you
Yeah.
see where this Uniswap is at right now?
Oh yeah. $8 and
875.
74. Yeah.
So I didn't follow Uniswap at all. And the smoke shop guy, I go over there probably every other day, and he told me a couple months ago, he was like, "Yo, you should look into Uniswap. You should buy some Uniswap." I've only used Uniswap. I don't like a lot of Dex tokens. I really like HopSwap because they're awesome, but I really don't like a lot of uh, Dex native tokens because most of the time, you see with Pancake Swap and stuff like that, most people are using their Dex just for a Dex. They're using it to swap. It's the people aren't interested in their native token to the Dex, but
Yeah.
Uniswap apparently has got something to offer to people, and I'm gonna look a little into it right now, real quick.
Well, the thing about Uniswap is that it is the most common used DEX
Yeah,
and the most respected one.
yeah. I mean, you
Um,
got Ethereum, you got, they're running through it, so it's there. But dude, to hit it, you know, 100%, that's sick.
yeah. Now, but let's even just say ApeCoin. ApeCoin a couple of days ago, it was like around $4 more or less, and today I saw it around $7. That would have been a good entry when it was at 4. But since everybody was talking about we're going down to 15, we're going down to 15, which I still believe we're going down to around 15, just not yet. Um, Not a lot. A lot of people bought in,
Hmm.
and basically, if they would have just swing traded, and that would have been nice. But right now, I just put up the dollar index because the dollar index also moves with Bitcoin. When the dollar index is going up, Bitcoin start going down. When the dollar index start going down, which is doing right now, Bitcoin starts going up.
Hmm.
So what I'm trying to say is that there's so many things that you need to take into consideration when you're investing. It's not just like, oh, I want to invest and that's it, call it a day, or let me put my money here and I think I'm gonna be a millionaire in the next 2 weeks. You have to look at every single detail possible. What is going on in the market? What is the sentiment of the market? What is going on globally around the world? Are we in a recession?
So I
Um,
want to let's talk about interest rate. The Feds
yeah,
pumped up the interest rate a little bit. So I thought it was going to go up a lot more than what they've said when they put it up at. And the reason that we're seeing a pump is because people took money out preparing for the Fed interest rate to go up a little bit more than this. Because to be honest, I would rather put $100,000 into something I know that I'm going to get 3% from. It's the Feds. You know what I mean? If I'm going to get 3% back on my money, I'm putting a lot of money there. It's going to be guaranteed. So a lot of people were prepping for that. They were setting their assets aside, getting ready for the Feds to pump the interest rate to whatever they thought it was going to be, 1.5, 1.2, whatever. But it didn't. I think they jacked it up like 0.75. Not 75 basis point. Yeah, it went up 75 points. So, which isn't a lot. So a lot of people said, okay, I'm going to go back into either the markets or they're going to go back into the token, the stock market or back into the crypto market because everything pumped across the board. You know, it wasn't just crypto that's pumping. You had all blue chip stocks pumping when after the Feds announced the 75 point hike. It wasn't an impressive hike. It wasn't going to change people's way of investing. You know, they weren't going to leave the stock market for a federal security. It wasn't going to happen. So this is also why we saw the pump, because this wasn't going to produce a more sound investment than the crypto was right now. You know, it wasn't appealing enough, you know, so people went back into what they knew, and that's when you saw all that buying pressure. And this happened, what was this, Wednesday? I think it was maybe like a month ago.
Yeah.
And and the 30th. So I'm reading an article that was dated the 30th. So a few days before that, that's exactly when we started seeing this pump started happening. Look, the 27th. The 27th is when we started pumping this shit up. So there's a lot of things that you have to pay attention to. It's not just looking at a crypto chart. You got to know the world. You got to understand markets in all aspects, not just crypto. I understand we hate centralized finance and federal regulation and all this shit, but that plays a massive role in people's strategies of investment. You know what I mean? Just because you don't like traditional finance and traditional banking and traditional markets and stuff like that, that doesn't mean you tone them out. I feel like it's the time to actually better understand them, because they play a massive role in what's actually going on. And I don't care how much you don't like traditional banking and the feds, they're coming. So you better understand their thought process, and you better understand their regulation process when it comes, because it's not going to be a joke, and they're going to fucking run the show. So hope you got your seatbelts on. It's definitely going to be a good one.
Yeah, no, and the thing is, like I always said it, like I don't know if I should actually say it openly, on a YouTube channel, but what I did notice is that they've been trying to regulate crypto for the longest. Why?
Yeah,
Because
because they're not
they
making
want,
money.
exactly, they want a piece of the pie. That's it. That's all it is. So I remember back in 2018 when I started learning about crypto, like there was no crypto taxes. Now all of a sudden the taxes comes up.
Mm-hmm.
And I find that to be beyond unfair, because it's like, okay, you didn't put no money in it, but if we make money out of it, we got to give them 30% if we hold less than a year, and a 14% if we hold more than a year. But my question is, like, why do we got to give them any money if at the end of the day they didn't put anything on it?
They did, and I'm going to tell you my conspiracy behind that. You took profits in a short term, which
Hmm.
means you didn't give them time to use you as exit liquidity like they wanted to. So they're going to tax you on that and get that money anyway.
Yeah.
That's my thought process. They're going to get that exit liquidity one way or another, whether it's through your W-2s or through you holding like they want you to in a shit market.
Yeah. I mean, look at an example. My sister, she has the 401k, I think it's called,
Yeah, I stopped doing all that.
and they just hit her like left and right out of nowhere with, oh, now you owe us this much because you pulled out too soon.
Yeah,
And I just feel
you get
like,
penalized. You get penalized.
yeah. So
But it's our money. But it's our money that we've been putting in. But you know what? It's not our money, because that 401k is pretty much in a there's going to be a very loose term, but it's like in an escrow account where these institutions are making a whole lot of fucking money off our money, And the
And
same goes with banking. You think when that you put the, you go to deposit
the
10,
seeds.
$20,000 into the bank, you think that shit just stays there marked Andrew? This is Andrew's, don't touch it. No, dude. This shit is going to the feds. They're investing it and they're making money off of it. That's the way this shit works. This money, when it's not in our pockets or in our wallets, is not ours. And all those centralized exchanges do the exact same thing. It's not your keys, not your crypto, man. And just because this application or this website says you have these tokens, you're sadly mistaken. Because if you don't have keys and
They're not.
you have these tokens, they're not yours. Look how many shit shows we've seen in the last few weeks, um, of platforms rugging. Sorry, guys, it is what it is. You can't file a lawsuit to us. You probably can. There's going to be ways to do that, but it's like it is what it is. Sorry, like that's what we're getting, and that's some scary shit. So I will refuse to put my money in somebody else's hands, especially a portfolio that I'm managing myself. Um, you got me fucked up if you think I'm gonna let somebody or a platform think they could just take my shit and run with it.
Yeah. No, I totally get you there because honestly, it's like even having a savings account. An example, like I find it kind of messed up. Like, oh, you get penalized because you didn't have enough funds to actually transfer to your savings account.
Yeah, they want you to do a transaction there every month or every week or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
it's
they can get it.
yeah. So in general, I just feel like there's so many things. Obviously, there's certain things you could say online. There's certain things that you just gotta keep to yourself. But at the end of the day, it's like, come on, let's be serious. You know, we already know what you're doing with our money. Like, I find that stupid. An example, let's say you have $5,000 in your bank account. Why are you being restricted to how much you could pull out during a day when that's your money?
Hmm.
And that's what banks, and I've been noticing a lot of them are doing the same exact play. Oh, you cannot take out this much. My question is why? My answer to that is because of the fact that they are really using our money and they don't want people to notice.
Yeah. And I want to say this too. If you look at total value locked for crypto across the board, it
Yeah.
hasn't changed. You know what I mean? So what that tells me is it really hasn't changed drastically from the whole month. So that tells me that a lot of people held in stable coins, you know what I mean? Their assets were ready. People's assets were ready. We didn't see the chart on Bitcoin and the total value locked in crypto is not showing the same thing. The people that pumped this shit up had USDC, USDT ready. They were still on blockchain. All these assets were still on the blockchain. They didn't leave. They didn't go anywhere. But it's everybody's on standby, dude. You can see it if you look at a couple. Like I said, if you look at all the things that you should be looking at, people have money ready to go. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Total value locked has not changed. It's sitting there ready to go.
I mean, and what are your thoughts on XRP, bro?
I have some, not a lot, but I I think I don't know. They got a lot of shit going on, dude. You know what I mean? And I feel like that once you start talking about one topic on them, there's always a what about. You know what I mean? You'll never be able to carry or cover XRP. It's in its entirety in a week.
I mean,
So
you know,
XRP is a special
that's
case, dude.
I'll give you a break. You know, I think we also spoken enough today, but that's another topic. Like, I really would like to get into it because I just feel, man, like it was total bull crap, the whole lawsuit and everything. And
100%. They're gonna win, but
oh no,
this is when they're gonna win. This is when they're gonna win. They're gonna win when the feds have regulation pretty much good to go because the dev of XR or the founder of XRP is so motivating to country, massive leaders, big people that when he wins, it's not a if, I think it's when he wins, when they win this court case, this token's going to take the fuck off, but then regulation's going to come in.
yeah,
So that's what I think is going to happen with XRP. They're going to win their court case, and the reason they're going to win their court case is they're going to be like, okay, you got it, but now since we have regulation, we're going to be watching you. You better not fuck up.
yeah. All right. Well, bro, it has been fun. I really appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate the talk. And definitely, man, we're gonna do this again.
Hell yeah, bro. We could,
Let me
let's make
know
this shit happen.
what happened.
I said, yeah, we'll keep making this shit happen. It's fun. I enjoy this stuff.
Yeah, and me too, man. And you know, it's just something that it goes back to the same thing as far as educating people on what's going on, and that is one of the things that I wanted to do in my channel because I feel like people need to know and wake up, and like it's not all rainbows and roses and ponies riding around. It's a tough world when it comes to investment.
Wait, hold on. There's a lot of ponies running around. I'm about to actually go race mine right now.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I just feel like, you know, there's so many people that come into this market and they really
Yeah,
don't
you
have
think it's
no clue, and then they lose money and they want to say crypto is a scam.
yeah,
So,
you just
but
made an uneducated investment. That's all they did.
yeah, yeah. But I, man, I really appreciate this and everyone that has been in the chat. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Definitely, hopefully, we will do a part two of this. And yeah, have a good night, everyone, and be safe.